To the mighty scholars and servant leaders of Sankofa Freedom School. Today's theme is Ujima, which means cooperative economics, which means to build, maintain, and support our own stores, businesses, and establishments.
Hey, Freedom School! How y'all feeling? Fantastic! Terrific! Great! All day long! Whoa!
Good morning, my name is Michaela Smith and we will start off with pour libations. We first want to pour libations for our families that has been involved in this injustice time, Ashe. We want to pour libations for the birth that woke us up this morning, Ashe. We want to pour libations for reading, writing, and mathematics, Ashe. We want to pour libations for live, love, and learning, Ashe. We want to pour libations for our ancestors that paved the way for us to be here this morning, Ashe. We want to pour libations to our deceased ancestors, Ashe, such as Martin Luther King, Ashe, Harriet Tubman, Ashe, Malcolm X, Ashe, Ella Baker, Ashe, Paul Robeson, Ashe, Madam C.J. Walker, Ashe, Mary McLeod Bethune, Ashe, Thurgood Marshall, Ashe, Rosa Parks, Ashe.
Our first righteous ancestor is Booker T. Washington. Washington was born into slavery and rose to become a leading African-American intellectual of the 19th century, founding Tuskegee Normal and Industrial Institute in 1881 and the National Negro Business League 2 decades later. Washington advised presidents and is remembered as the most influential African-American speaker of his time. Our next righteous ancestor is Elizabeth Keckley. Born as a slave in Dinwiddie County, Virginia, Elizabeth Keckley gained renown as a seamstress, author, and philanthropist. Drawing upon her earnings as a seamstress, Keckley was able to purchase her freedom from slavery in 1855. On March 5, 1861, the day following the inauguration of Abraham Lincoln, a U.S. president, Mary Todd Lincoln hired Elizabeth Keckley as her personal seamstress.
We want to pour libations for all freedom schools, Ashe. We want to pour libations for our young adults that's rising, Ashe. We want to pour libations for everyone to be successful in life, Ashe. And last but not least, we want to pour libations for our elderly that's transitioning over, Ashe. Ashe. Ashe.
Hello, my name is Zara White, and I'm going to 9th grade. And today I'll be reading you a book called Willie's Not the Hugging Kind by Joyce Doreen Barrett. Willie wanted someone to hug, That's what he wanted more than anything. But no one hugged Willie. Not anymore. Not even his daddy when he dropped Willie and his friend Jojo off at school. Now he just patted Willie on his head and said, "See you around, son." Willie didn't like to be patted on his head. It made him feel like a little dog. Besides, hugging felt much nicer, no matter what Jojo said. Every day, Jojo rode to school in a lineman truck with Willie and his daddy. And when Willie used to hug his daddy goodbye, Jojo would turn his head and laugh. "What did you do that for, man? That's silly," Jojo would say once they crawled out of the truck. So Willie stopped hugging his daddy. He never hugged his mama or his sister anymore either. And when they tried to hug Willie, he turned away. But Willie wanted someone to hug. That's what he wanted more than anything. At school, he watched as Miss Mary put her arms around some boy or girl. It didn't look silly, except when she tried to hug Jojo, Jojo made a big commotion that made everyone laugh. He wriggled, he squirmed, and he shrieked, "Help! Help! I'm being mugged! Help!" At night, Willie watched his sister pull her teddy bear to her and hug it. She looked so safe and happy lying there with her arms around the bear. "Why do you hug that old thing?" Willie said. "That's silly." Rose frowned at Willie. "Who says?" she demanded. "Jojo says." "That's who says," Willie boasted. "Well, if you ask me, I think Jojo's silly," said Rose. "Besides," she said, squeezing the bear to her, "Homer's nice." But the next night, Willie pinched his nose and said, "What a smelly old bear. I wouldn't hug that old thing for $100. Not even $1,000,000. That's silly." Rose pulled Homer and came closer to her. "Willie," she said, "you're just not the hugging kind then, if that's how you feel." Willie flipped over in his bed without even saying good night, sleep tight, God will keep you all right. And his mind went around and around what his sister had said. The words tick-tock back and forth with the clock sitting on the table by his bed. Not the hugging kind, not the hugging kind, not the hugging kind. That's how you feel. But that was not how Willie felt. More than anything, Willie wanted to be the hugging kind. Willie watched each morning as his daddy hugged first his mama, then Rose. He remembered how safe and happy he always felt when his daddy's strong arms was around him. He remembered how good it felt to put his arms around his mama. She smelled a little like lemon and a lot like powder in the bathroom. She felt big and a little lumpy. She felt soft, safe, and warm. One morning, Willie went into the kitchen and everyone was hugging everyone else. But no one hugged Willie. They didn't even see him. Willie waited hoping someone would put their arms around him, and if they did, maybe he wouldn't slip away. But no one tried. Rose just said, when she saw Willie watching, "You know that Willie said he isn't the hugging kind now? He says it's all too silly." "I did not," said Willie, bristling. "Jojo said that." "Oh, but you said it too, little brother," Rose said, laughing and twizzling her hair. Willie grabbed his lunch and his books and ran out of the door to meet Jojo. "Let's get out of here," Willie shrieked. Breaking into a run, "They're mugging everyone in there." That afternoon, Jojo's mother picked him up after school, so Willie walked home alone. He walked through the park and saw a young couple standing on a footbridge with their arms around each other. He walked down Miracle Street and saw a woman and a man rushing down the steps from their porch to greet some visitors with hugs all around them. He seemed so long since Willie had a hug. He walked into the long, low branches of a willow tree and wrapped his arms around it. A blue jay flew down from a purple plum tree, and Willie reached out to his fluttering wings. He walked up to a stop sign and hugged it. He hugged his bike in the front yard. He opened the door to his house when he opened it, and he rushed inside to hug his mama, but she was too busy running the vacuum over the floors. Willie was kind of glad, because after all, he felt a little silly. That night, after Willie had his bath, he took an old bath towel and draped it across the head of his bed. "What's that for?" Rose asked, hugging Homer to her. "Nothing," said Willie. The next night, Willie put the old bath towel on the bed again, and the next night and the next. Each night, when he was sure that Rose was not watching, he slipped the old towel down from the headboard and hugged it. But it didn't feel soft and safe and warm. Willie wanted to hug someone, not something. In the morning, Willie's mama was in the kitchen making biscuits. He watched Rose brush up to her and put his arms all around her. When the biscuits were finished and browning in the oven, Willie went up and put his arms around his mama too, or almost around her. There was a little more to her than he remembered. She felt much nicer than an old towel, and even better, she hugged back. "What's all this, Willie?" she said. "Hugging around me on me so early in the morning." "Yeah, Willie," said Rose. "I thought all that was hugging was too silly." Willie clung tighter to his mama. "That's all right," said his mama. "Willie knows, don't you, son, that it's them that don't get hugging when they're think it's silly?" Willie looked up into his mama's face, smiling, until he felt a tap on his shoulder. Turning, he saw his daddy smiling down at him. "My turn, son," he said. Willie put his arms around his daddy, burying his face in a familiar khaki shirt, and feeling once again secure the warmth of his strong arms around him. Breakfast tasted better to Willie than it had ever did in many days. And when it came time to leave for school, Willie gave hugs all around. Jumping into the big truck, Willie and his daddy stopped by to pick up JoJo. When they arrived at school, Willie reached up and gave his daddy a quick, tight hug. Then he scooted out the door behind JoJo. "What did you do that for, man?" JoJo said once they went out of the truck. "Don't you know that's silly?" Willie gave his friend a shove on the shoulder. Maybe JoJo wouldn't let someone hug him, but he would allow a playful shove now and then. "Go on now, JoJo," he said. "I think you're what's silly." JoJo ran on ahead. "Help! Help!" he shrieked. "I'm being mugged! Help!" But Willie didn't mind. He lagged behind, feeling warm and safe, knowing that, after all, he was the hugging kind. The end.
Cheer the Jets! Cheer the Jets! Say chugga, 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 and Jets!
Hi guys, so the name of this chant is called Peanut Butter. Okay, so this is how the chant goes. So my brother is gonna start and he's gonna be like peanut butter, peanut butter, and then my sister is gonna go and she's gonna say jelly, 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 jelly. Then I'm gonna say bread, bread, bread. It sticks between your teeth. So that's how I go, and we all gonna say it at the same time. Okay? So now that we got it and y'all know it, you can bring your family in too, just like I brought mine. Okay? Ready? Go ahead.
Peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter,
Bread, bread, bread. It sticks between your teeth. 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 Okay.
Cheer the Jets! Cheer the Jets!
OWER, we got the power cause we are the Freedom School. I'm just a layer, yeah, and I'm the flyest on this list, I got the power cause I do it like this. I do it like this. I do it like this. P-O-W-E-R, we got the power because we are the Freedom School. That's Sister Judea.
P-O-W-E-R, we got the power cause we are the Freedom School. I'm Sister Judea, yeah, and I'm the coolest on this list. I got the power cause I do it like this. I do it like this. Come again.
I'm Sister Sanaya, yeah, and I'm the coolest on this list. I got the power cause I do it like this. Do it like this. P-O-W-E-R, we got the power cause we are Sankofa.
P-O-W-E-R, we got the power cause we are Sankofa. I'm Brother Samaj, yeah, and I'm the first on this list. I got the power cause I do it like this. He does it like this. He does it like this. Okay, P-O-W-E-R, we got the power cause we are Sankofa.
P-O-W-E-R, we got the power cause we all Sankofa Freedom School. My name is Curtis, yeah, and I'm the silliest on this list. I got the power cause I do it like this. I do it like this. Hey, we O-W-E-R, we have the power cause we all Sankofa Freedom School.
I have a recognition. Instead, I have a recognition. Last but not least, I want to recognize myself for also joining the Freedom School program. Wasn't thinking about joining, but definitely worth my time and effort. Jeffrey Lurie, the Philadelphia Eagles owner, has donated $1 million to Penn Medicine for them to establish the COVID-19 Immunology Defense Fund. Lurie said that we need for people to care for one another and focus our attention on resources towards sustainable strategies. Amy Gutman, Penn president, said that the initiative is an extraordinary partnership that can open new doors and discover new pathways to address the challenges that we are facing. Lurie said that during this time in our fight against COVID-19, in which testing for antibodies is an essential process, both to protect our frontline workers and in the short term to develop treatments and vaccine. I feel that this is a very generous thing to do because there are other people that are also donating millions of dollars for funding to find a cure for COVID-19, but this is also one of the most generous things that somebody has done in order for our fight against COVID-19, because there are hundreds of thousands of people who are infected by this virus, and there are also hundreds of thousands of people who are dying on a daily basis due to COVID-19. So this is a very generous thing to do, and I feel that if I could find a way to help partnership in this COVID-19 research, I would volunteer to help too.
Hey family, this is Sister Dr. Kelly, and this is my rendition of the Black National Anthem. Lift every voice and sing.
Till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty.
Let her rejoice and rise high as the listening skies.
Let her resound loud as the rolling sea.
Sing a song
full of the faith that the dark past has taught us.
Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us.
Facing the rising sun
of a new day begun.
Let us march on till victory is won.
Hey, we're back with another ancestor scavenger hunt. Can you guess this ancestor? Here are the riddles. This ancestor founded the first black-owned bank in Memphis, Tennessee. This ancestor was known as the first black millionaire in the South. This ancestor built parks, playgrounds, and concert halls for the black community because they were not allowed to mingle with the other citizens due to racial segregation. I'm going to say them again. This ancestor founded the first black-owned bank in Memphis, Tennessee. This ancestor was known as the first black millionaire in the South. And this ancestor built parks, playgrounds, and concert halls for the black community because they were not allowed to mingle with the other citizens due to racial segregation. Can you guess this ancestor?
Do not forget to send answers to the Ancestral Challenge at the email below, freedomschoolsankofa@gmail.com. Well, that's our episode for today, but do not forget to do the Instagram challenge. Find someone in your community that represent righteousness this week and snap a pic. Carry it, Freedom School Sankofa.